Welcome to the Dr. Erin Show. May you live your truth. Good morning, this is Dr. Erin teaching universal law and spiritual truth. And the topic today is thoughts become things. So before we begin, I just want to say welcome to anyone new to the podcast. There are 3 different types of podcasts on here. There are a daily podcast that's 11 minutes long. Any of the numbered podcasts are that. You can go start at number 1 or you can start at the very top, whichever you want. And the others are talks and interviews. So let's begin. Let's begin by knowing the truth, taking a deep breath in, and knowing that thoughts are powerful, that everything that you energize becomes a reality in your life at some level and some fashion. Knowing the extent to which you stay focused, you expand that area of your life, and things that you don't focus on diminish. I'm here to say that it can even be way more powerful than that. That the level of creation through the power of thought, if you really understood, it would blow your mind. So, I was meditating on this and thinking about thoughts become things. And this is things, you hear this over the years. In fact, I have a coffee cup that I'm drinking right now that says thoughts become things. I have another coffee cup. It says, say yes to new adventures. And then I have some Italian coffee cups. But I love the thoughts become things because it's so important. So a girlfriend of mine just got back from Bali and she said it was so incredible because she has a fear of snakes. And she said it was interesting how much that fear came up for her while she was in Bali. In fact, she said that, one of the gals she was doing a workshop with said there was kind of snakes down on the beach. And so she kind of didn't go down to the beach most of the days. And then when she finally went down to the beach, there weren't snakes, but it had really affected her trip. And then they went to this holy water to just, have a beautiful day doing spiritual work. And she knew in her mind, she saw a snake while she was in there in her mind. And she thought, I'm going to see a snake. I just know it. And lo and behold, when she was walking up the steps, there was a snake right there. And we started talking about how interesting Bali is because, here in Los Angeles, I believe the spiritual energy is very, very different. And it takes a while to manifest. You have to kind of think upon it and energize it and hold it in mind and then take inspired action around it. And it's very different. There's a law of growth around a lot of manifestation. So some things take time. Say you want to be a self-made millionaire. When I wanted to be a self-made millionaire, it took me, almost 10 years of manifesting and thinking about it and energizing it and taking inspired action and and becoming a millionaire. There's another level that like E2, the book, talks about where say you all of a sudden want to have a red Volkswagen Bug and all of a sudden everywhere you go, you see red Volkswagen bugs. And you're like, this is bizarre, right? And then there's the profound level of manifesting, like literally where your thoughts become so powerful that anytime you think of anything, it literally shows up. Bali's one of those places because Bali has this unique energy. It's the most spiritually powerful place I've ever been on this planet. And what I witnessed when I was in Bali was whatever somebody needed to heal on their track, whether it be snakes, whether it be feeling lonely, whether it be they needed to detox, whatever it was that was going on, Bali and Mother Nature, Spirit, literally made sure that it came up and it was handled. And some people run away from Bali and some people go through those walls and come out much freer in whatever they've got going on. And so I think it's really important to really remember throughout the day that thoughts become things. Because if you're anything like me, sometimes I will notice that I drift off in my thoughts. I will drift off to thinking about what I don't want instead of what I do want. I will drift off into like ADD and start getting on social media and when I want to stay in the thoughts and the intentions and that vision that I'm holding and committed to. And so I think that it's important throughout the day to think about the levels of of thoughts become things. And so what I do with clients a lot and through my book is the first step in awakening is to wake up, meaning that to really take inventory of your life and realize how your limiting beliefs or belief have manifested into the good, the bad, and all the above in your life. And I think it's important to take this time to really do that, because when you realize how much you manifested, you realize how powerful you are. We only think of manifesting when we manifest what we want. Well, we have to also think about what we've manifested that we don't want. Because this is how it works, okay? From a metaphysical standpoint and Doctor of Divinity, I studied universal law and how the subconscious works and how manifestation outpictures and reflects back through universal law. And this is what happens and how our thoughts become things. So there's basically a few ways that thoughts become things. So basically, through our commands and limiting beliefs within our subconscious mind, we set into motion. Our subconscious mind is connected to the subjective mind, which is one with the entire universe. And it actually sets elemental like particles and actually brings them together and magnifies and pushes away like polarity within the universe. Like people will literally show up on your doorstep when you have really decided something in mind. So oftentimes, unfortunately, our thoughts are limiting beliefs. Through trauma, we decide and command to never love again. And hence, we push away, really good partners because we can't have it. We've decided in mind we will never love, right? Or we start to believe and we know the truth, right? Through prayer, through spoken word, through declaration, we decide, I am, lovable. And all of a sudden, our friend comes over and brings a friend that becomes our, partner, right? So it's so powerful at a profound subconscious level that the moment that we actually command the subconscious mind, whether it be limiting beliefs or beliefs that set us free, truth, we set into motion the entire universe, right? So thoughts become things. The other way is where we actually energize mental pictures. We can call it visioning, you can call it whatever. We actually hold a picture in mind and we energize it. And then, of course, yes, we manifest it because we take inspired action around it, but we also manifest it because we literally are focusing on, we're seeing that opportunity, just like when the one person was talking about seeing the red VW bugs, we see the opportunity. So whether it be we're manifesting money or we're manifesting friendships or we're manifesting good health, we all of a sudden are able to start seeing good food. All of a sudden we can start seeing ways that we can eat good food. We start seeing how we can pick better environment with our friends. We start seeing how we can have more relationships and collaboration because we've been focusing on that mental picture. So the law today that I want to talk about, the universal law, because every day we have a daily inspiration, I talk about, try and bring it to story, I think story is so important. The second is daily universal law. Next is daily spiritual practice. And the third is the daily challenge. And so the daily universal law is the law of cause and effect. I mean, this is the reality, okay, with thoughts become things, is that for every single effect, there's a cause, which is spirit, your higher self, and that part of you that's connected with your subconscious mind, all that. Your beliefs create your thoughts. Your beliefs create your thoughts. So thoughts become things, but your beliefs create your thoughts, which create your feelings and emotions, which cause the circumstances of your life and create everything you're experiencing and the things and the people and all the above. This is the triune nature of the creative process, the unfoldment of thought through law into form, through universal law into the physical form. This law responds in direct proportion to your beliefs. Your experience of life changes to the degree you change your core beliefs and thinking. And so the reality is I want to change this from thoughts become things to belief becomes things. Beliefs become things. This is the most profound part of all of it. So what can you do today? Today you can focus on what you do want instead of focusing on what you don't want. That's your daily spiritual practice today. Focus on what you do want instead of what you don't want. And the daily challenge is to create one mental picture. Hold one mental picture. Maybe it's in the area of your career, maybe it's in the area of your relationship, maybe it's in the area of your health or creative expression, whatever that area is, those four legs of life, your relationship, your career, your health, and your creative expression, whatever those areas, pick one mental picture. And when you get off track throughout the day, come back to that mental picture. You may need to set your alarm every hour and remember like what it is that you're really, truly committed to manifesting in your life. Go there. Okay. So I love you guys so much. These podcasts they're hard sometimes. They discipline me, and sometimes I'm like resistant to the discipline, but I love doing this because I truly believe if we could start the day with 11 minutes of truth, just remembering for a minute, or whether you're driving across the city, or whether you're, have 11 minutes while you're washing the dishes or cooking your dinner or doing whatever. If you could take 11 minutes every day and focus on knowing the truth, remembering that your power is the most important thing is your consciousness. The most important thing, you can do your to-do list all day long, but if you don't get your consciousness right and focus on what you do want, it's going to be a battle. So disciplining the mind, so important, you guys. Have a wonderful day, and may you live your truth. Thanks again for tuning in to Dr. Erin. I'd like to invite you to write a review for this podcast on iTunes. It's important that we like, share, and comment and support the communities that we love. In return, I have a free gift for you, 30 guided meditations, which you can find at drerin.tv. That's www.drerin.tv. Get inspired and learn to use your mind for good via my free app, which includes my daily live show, interviews, power talks, universal law lessons, and more. Also, if you're ready to take a quantum leap in your life, you can join my mastermind, and you can claim your free digital masterclass with the purchase of my international best-selling book, Awakening, a 40-day guide to unleashing your spiritual powers, life purpose, and manifesting your dreams. Thanks again, and may you live your truth.